Hey guys, Chris Cooley Shooter here. Yeah, I just got that year in review follow-up video for you on the Core Essentials belt. Um, you guys probably remember, yeah, roughly about a year ago, Core had sent me a belt to try, and so I've been wearing it pretty much every day for the last year. More in a everyday wear, work, social life, whatever kind of thing. And I've been out to the range a couple times, but because it was inch and 3/4, I didn't have as much options as far as holsters. But the ones that I did worked very well. I'm currently wearing it right now, so let's take her off and have a look and see how she is. Just with the pants I'm wearing today, I don't really need to keep her. Kind of comes right to about here, so it kind of holds it in. But so as you remember, you just give it a little, press this little tab, pull her out, and there she goes. So the one thing I noticed, I guess, is because I've been wearing it every day, it's sewn together in two pieces. So I've been noticing that the top part's getting a little kind of worn. So when I put it in, it doesn't go in as easy anymore. So I kind of have to just rock it just a little bit, and then she slides in. But other than that, and then like, because I wear the keeper quite a bit, the hook and loop, I don't know if you guys can see it. It's starting to get a little worn, so it doesn't. You got to put it on just the right way. But let's take her off and have a look. Let's see what this belt looks like. So you can tell that the belt is still very. It hasn't like rolled down at all. The outside, it's still very much original. The buckle has it's been worn a little bit down, where the black coating's kind of off, but I mean, it's just minor. I mean, you gotta remember, I was wearing this every day except for in the summer when it was like super hot out and I wasn't wearing pants. The only thing I will say is there's this little bulge, and I think that's kind of where it's around the back. So for me, it'd be right back in here. So it torques on it just a little bit. But other than that, like, it hasn't like rolled, it's just kind of pushed in just a little bit, but it's still like, it's still solid. So yeah, I love this belt, and like I said, Core sent it to me. They reached out and asked me if I wanted to try one, and so they sent me this one to try, and it's I gotta say, for a belt, it's held up pretty well. Like, the inside of the track doesn't look to be worn out. It was a little bit getting used to it, to just find that sweet spot, because sometimes I'd kind of go one click too far, but I wouldn't fully get it. So then I'd like let go, it would like click, and I'm like, oh, did it skip? But no, it's just because I didn't have it fully engaged. The fact that it has this nice long track in here is good, and it has been really good for me, because I don't know if you guys do watch the original video, or if you did, I was probably like in here where I originally started, like where I would normally have it like locked into, and now I'm right to the end. I've lost a significant amount of weight. Not through anything special, just a bunch of hard work and stuff like that. So, so the flexibility of having this track system has been nice, because the reason I had it a little bit longer was so that if I ever did get a concealed carry holster, that I could try it, you know, because you're gonna have to have a bigger pair of pants or whatever to just make room, you know, like if I got wanted in here or in here, right? But I mean, you can even see on these pants, like before, these pants were tight. Like I put them up and they were tight, and these were like these are like a 5'11" tactical jean pant or whatever, and they were like, I don't know, I'd call them like my tactical skinny jeans, and now they're just a nice pair of jeans. I love them. So, but yeah, so that's the reason I'm wearing these pants today, is because they're jean, but they're also, you know, 5'11", made for, you know, potentially carrying and stuff like that. So, load bearing, I have no issues carrying anything on this belt. I will say that my first initial impression when I was starting to wear it reminded me exactly of what it felt like to wear a duty belt. Like right up, just as I would like sit in the truck or something like that. And I remember having to just kind of adjust and try to get used to that again. And I was just like, man, this is like a duty belt. But they have other options that are a little bit more duty, I would say. There's check out Core's line. They got some pretty cool stuff coming or out right now. I know one of their battle belts and stuff like that I'd like to try at some point, and just kind of set it up with some kit and just have it ready to go. You know, with this one being as it is, big fan. I have to find the Allen key, and I may cut an inch or two. Currently it's sitting, this part's sitting, like this is 47 right here, which I know is huge, but that could probably easily, like, if I'm tracking right here, I could probably cut, well, 1, 2, 3, I could probably easily cut 3 inches off this belt, and it would probably be right back perfect again. So, yeah, you know, I was a little unsure how it was gonna last. I mean, because I do wear a belt every day, and I like wearing belts. I like having that tight. I don't like things just kind of loosey goosey, kind of whatever. I like it tight, and you know, this has stayed very, very well. You know, you have a big meal one day, you can click or open a couple of clicks if you feel like you need to, or anything like that. But yeah, as far as the belt is, I'm going to continue to wear it. Be tuned soon here. I'm going to be doing a couple more unboxing and setting up videos for a couple different other Core belts. They reached out again, and they were just wondering how I was making out with this one, and wanted to know if I wanted to try any more. So I got a couple more that I'm gonna set up and try, and go from there, and we'll see. But I believe there's still a code. I'll put it in the description if you want to get a discount. I think it's Cooley 10. But yeah, it'll be in there. Core asked me to send a thing in there, just some information about it, so that'll be in the description. That comes from Core. I'll add the discount code. I believe it's still active. I haven't heard otherwise. So give it a try. I think they actually might even have even a little bit of better sale on. Or they did for Boxing Day, or not for Boxing Day, they did for Black Friday, and I'm not sure if they got something going on here for Christmas, but you know, it would make it'd make a great gift for that, you know, for somebody who wears a belt. I mean, just That's pretty cool. Just ratchet. Oh, locked. Like, it's solid. Like, I was well over, I was over 300 pounds, guys, when I first got this belt. I'm significantly less than that now. But it took that torque and that weight and that whatever, me wearing it every day. So, I told him I was going to do an honest review. So really the only things I could say is, it's held up fantastically. The only thing I would say is just kind of this part in here, just kind of getting worn up a little bit. But, I mean, you wear a belt for basically a year. I mean, how many belts hold up and look this good after a year? And then the keeper, well, I mean, it's hook and loop or Velcro, depending on, whatever you want to call it. I know Velcro is like a name brand or whatever, but, I mean, if you're wearing it every day and, like, let's say you got to take your pants off, well, you're unhooking this or you're having to reuse it. So, I mean, it's not just once a day that this is getting opened and closed or anything like that, right? So it's several times a day, if you're using a can or whatever, or, I mean, life, right? And for it to hold up as well as it has over the year, I gotta say I'm pretty impressed. Just a little bit of wear on here and here. But, I mean, that's just normal wear and tear. I mean, the spring is still, it's not weak, anything like that. So, I mean, it actually stays fairly clean, like, which is surprising because I work in all conditions. I mean, normally I wear coveralls and stuff, but I mean, even when I don't and I'm just around the house or at the range or whatever, then yeah, it's held up quite nice. Other than that bulge thing, but that's because of the way my body is and where it sits. So I mean, you can see like it went down just a little bit, like compressed just a little bit. So, but I mean, if that's everything, I don't know. All I gotta say, guys, is give them a try. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you guys still checking out the channel and your curiosity into the Core Essentials belt here. Check out their website. They got lots more stuff. They got the hats. They sent me this hat too. They even got like a thing to put in your closet that you can ratchet these up and hang them. And which is actually kind of handy especially if you got more than one of these belts, then you can just hang them and just clip them, pull them off. I've used it a few times. It's actually pretty slick. So, yeah. Right on, guys. Thanks. Cheers.